Good day, everyone! Welcome to today's virtual lesson on affirmative checking technique. I am Girly May, one of your instructors for this session. I hope you are all ready to dive into some exciting learning. So, we are going to talk about the affirmative checking technique in its importance and how to apply it in a classroom setting. Now, let's dive into our lesson. But first, let's define what is affirmative checking. So, affirmative checking is a technique where teachers check for student understanding regularly and affirm their correct answers. For example, if a student answers a question correctly, the teacher might say, "Yes, that's right," or "Good job." This lets the student know they are on the right track, boosting their confidence and encouraging them to keep participating. Now that we have defined what is affirmative checking, let's see why use affirmative checking in a student-centered classroom. First, because it builds confidence in students. Affirmative checking builds students' confidence by giving them positive feedback when they answer correctly or try their best. It shows them they're on the right track, making them feel more capable and encouraging them to keep participating and learning. This boosts their self-belief and motivation over time. Number 2, allows students to recognize their own progress. Affirmative checking helps students see their own progress by highlighting what they're doing well. When teachers confirm their correct answers or good efforts, students start noticing their improvements. This makes it easier for them to feel that they're learning and getting better step by step. Lastly, because it provides the teacher with real-time feedback on student understanding. Affirmative checking gives teachers quick feedback on how well students understand the lesson. When students answer, teachers can see right away who's getting it and who needs more help. This helps teachers adjust their teaching to better support everyone's learning. So far, class, did you understand our lesson? I hope you did. Now, let's move on how to apply affirmative checking in the classroom. First, ask a key question about the lesson or topic. Then, pause to allow students to think. And then, check by calling on a student to answer. Then, affirm the correct response by saying things like, "Exactly right," or "Great job." Lastly, clarify if the answer is incorrect, gently guiding them to the correct one. Now, try to think of an example of how to apply affirmative checking in the classroom. So let's say, for example, in a math class, the teacher asks the students to solve a problem on the board. What is 8 plus 7? A student answers 15. The teacher responds with, "Exactly, 15 is correct. Great job, you really knew your addition." The teacher's response not only reassures the student that they're on the right track but also encourages them and other students to keep trying. This way, the teacher sees which students understand the math problems while students feel more confident in their skills. Now, class, let's test your understanding with a few quick evaluation questions. I'll ask the question and I want you to pause the video to think about your answer. Class, are you ready? Here's the first question. Now, did you really understand what is affirmative checking? Now, let's have a quick recap. What did we say again about affirmative checking? Affirmative checking is used to affirm students or to check their understanding by affirming their correct answers by saying things like exactly right, good job, very good, and other affirmative words. By using affirmative checking, it will help build students' confidence and allows them to check on their own progress. It also provides teacher real-time feedback on their students' understanding. Now, class, let's take a moment to consider in your future teaching or learning, where do you see affirmative checking making a difference? And consider how this technique might benefit not just the classroom interactions but everyday conversations. How might affirmative checking help build better communication outside of school? Now, class, I'd like to challenge you to try using affirmative checking in a real or hypothetical situation. Take a moment to jot down your thoughts in a journal. And for those of you who'd like to dig deeper, check out online resources or other books to explore more examples of affirmative checking in action. Now, I will end our lesson for today, and I hope you have learned something that you can apply in the future. Have a great day ahead.